In today's session, we are going to be exploring our breath a little bit. Yes, we all breathe, but do we breathe with awareness? Do we know that our breath can actually change our state? What do I mean by that? What is changing our state? Our breath can calm us, our breath can energize us, and our breath can balance us. So our breath is kind of our superpower. Today we're going to learn a few techniques that will calm and balance you. These techniques are easy to learn, everybody can learn how to do them, and they can really be used in your daily life to help take you from a state of anxiety or a state of discomfort down to a calm, more relaxed state, a state in which you are able to respond rather than react to a situation. So let us first bring our awareness to our breathing. You don't need any special equipment to bring attention to your breathing and to practice these breathing methods. I'm sitting on my yoga mat. You could just as easily be sitting in a chair, and you could just as easily be standing somewhere. You could be at your desk at work, you could be sitting in your car. The techniques that we're going to be learning today can be done anywhere. So find a comfortable position for you. The most important thing you need is a straight spine. So we're not going to be sitting like this or slouching back on the couch. We're going to be keeping our spine tall, nice and straight. It helps if you pull your tummy in a little bit. Just engaging it helps to support the spine. Or you could lean back against a wall or the back of a chair, the kind of chair you'd have at your desk or in your dining room. So once you find your comfortable position, you're just sitting, letting your shoulders be soft. Just noticing how you're feeling. Not judging it, just noticing. Maybe you're stressed. That's okay. We're going to learn some techniques today to help you with that. Draw your awareness to your breath right now. Are you breathing through your nose or through your mouth? If you notice that you're breathing through your mouth, see if you can close your mouth and just breathe in and out through your nose. Notice if you're scrunching your shoulders up or tightening your neck as you do it, and see if you can actively soften them down. And just keep breathing in and out through your nose. And as you breathe like this, in and out through your nose, maybe you can notice if you're breathing high up in the chest. If you find that you are breathing high up in the chest, let's see if we can take it a little bit deeper. So you're breathing all the way down to the bottom of your lungs. And as you do that, you're going to feel your ribs expanding out to the front and softening back down as you exhale. Maybe you even want to bring your hand to your ribs and feel them expanding and softening. You might notice that they're not only expanding out to the front, but if you take your hands to your sides and you do the same, breathing in and out through your nose, you'll see that the ribs are expanding out to the sides as well. And if you were lying down on your back, you would feel the back ribs pushing down into the floor or the mat. You're breathing with the whole of the chest. And that's because we have our main muscle for breathing, the diaphragm, this dome-shaped muscle. It's not just one thin line. It extends from the front of you all the way to the back. And as we breathe, the air fills the lungs and the diaphragm pushes down because the lungs are taking up more space, and then the tummy pushes out. And as we breathe out, tummy softens back in and your diaphragm pops back up to its normal dome-shaped position. And your lungs release the air, the chest softens down. So that's how we breathe all the way down, as if breathing all the way down to your tummy. Chest expanding, diaphragm pushing down, tummy pushing out. Let's practice that a little bit. You can have your hands resting comfortably on your knees, your lap, however they fall comfortably for you. Keep your chin level, it's not dropped down and you're not looking up. Breathing, remember, through the nose. Let's start by taking a breath in through the nose. And breathing out. Just having your awareness on any area that I have discussed as you're breathing in and out. Maybe you're feeling the air coming into the nose and releasing out. Maybe you feel the chest expanding and softening. Maybe you feel the tummy expanding and softening on the exhale. Notice where your tongue is in your mouth and see if it's resting at the bottom of your mouth. If you can just let it touch lightly behind your teeth. And keep breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Keeping it light, soft, but deep. Our acronym LSD in breathing. Light, soft, and deep. You might notice that there's a slight pause at the top of the breath, and again a slight pause at the bottom of the breath. You can just observe those pauses, just notice those pauses. You can extend them a little bit if you want to. Maybe you find a bit of stillness in those pauses as you breathe in and out through the nose. Feel free to close your eyes if you feel safe to do so. If you don't feel safe, allow the vision just to blur a little bit, not focusing on anything in particular. Feel comfortable, feel safe, and just allow yourself to be breathed. I'm going to close my eyes and join you for a couple of long, slow, deep breaths. You can breathe like this every day for as long as you like. You can sit for a quick couple of breaths. You could build that up over time and have a long practice of maybe just sitting, breathing in the stillness for 15 minutes. And then we can take this a little bit further. When you're in a situation where you feel really anxious, where you feel really stressed out, where you feel maybe you're going to react instead of respond to a situation, maybe you're going to shout at someone or hit someone or say something that you wish that you hadn't said, and then this is a really good time to take this breath. We call it a 1-2 breath, which means that the exhale is twice as long as the inhale. That really stimulates the relaxation response in the body, activating the parasympathetic nervous system. So inhaling, and as you exhale through the mouth this time, through softly pursed lips, which look like this, you're going to exhale for twice as long as the inhale. Really helps to bring your hand to your heart as you do this, making that heart-brain connection, bringing a coherence between the heart and the brain. But if you're in a place where it's not appropriate to bring the hand to the heart, you can just turn around, do a couple of breaths on your own. This breath can be done anywhere. You do not have to be sitting somewhere special. It could be in the middle of something really busy and active. It's really simple to do. Just bringing your hand to your heart, or not bringing your hand to your heart, and taking a long exhale through softly pursed lips. This breath can be done by anybody, including children. They really love it. It's a wonderful way to get kids to come back down when they really don't have that control over their emotions. Help them in times of grief, in times of fear, in times of nervousness, before tests and exams, when they're crying uncontrollably. Really beautiful breath. So let's do that 1-2 breath. We're going to be breathing in through the nose as we were before, but this time remember we're breathing out through the mouth. So it'll look like this. Perhaps it would look like this. You need to take at least 3 full breaths like that. But with this breath, it's the response from the body, that triggering of the nervous system to stimulate the relaxation response in the body is almost instantaneous. So we'll take a couple of breaths like this together, bringing the hand to the heart, breathing in through the nose, and releasing. I'm going to count us through that. Breathing in, 2, 3, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in, 2, 3. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in, 2, 3. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing in, 2, 3. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going. Breathing out. Breathing in. And letting it go. Breathing in and release. Breathing in and letting it go. Breathing in and letting go. So as you're breathing in this way, you can lengthen that as well, taking it up to breathing in for 4 and exhaling for 8. If you have suffered from COVID and you're finding it very difficult to get your breathing practice to really be in a good state, try a little bit less. Try breathing in for a little bit less, and just making your exhale longer than the inhale, but maybe not a whole 6. Maybe make it a 2 and a 5, or even a 2 and a 4. And just see what you're able to do. Remember, listen to your body so that you can really breathe with your body and allow your body to breathe for you. So we have learned this awareness of breath where we really followed the breath and we went through all the different stages of the breath, bringing ourselves into a calm state. We did our 1-2 breathing. That is really relaxing, allowing you to come back into a state where you can respond rather than react. Now we're going to do something different. We're going to add a pause to that breath. So we're going to breathe in, we're going to pause, holding the breath. We're going to breathe out, and then we're going to pause again at the bottom of the breath. We call this square breathing or box breathing. So I'm going to count us through this. We'll be doing this through the nose. If you do prefer breathing out through the mouth, you can exhale through the mouth, but otherwise through the nose. So we're going to be breathing in, like the square tells us, equally, exhaling equally, holding equally. So it'll be 3, 3, 3, and 3. Equal lengths for each part of this breath. So let us start on your next inhale. Breathing in, 2, 3, and pause, 2, 3. And breathing out, 2, 3, and pause, 2, 3. Breathing in, 2, 3, and pause, 2, 3, and release, 2, 3. And rest in that pause, 3. Breathing in, 2, 3, soften into that pause, and release, and pause. Breathing in, rest in that pause, and let it go, and rest in the pause. Breathing in, rest, breathing out, and rest. Breathing in. Rest in that pause. Let it go. And rest in that pause. Welcome in the breath. And pause. And release whatever you need to let go. And pause. Breathing in. And pause. And release. And pause. Let's take it up a little bit if you can. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Soften in the pause. And release, 2, 3, 4. And pause. Breathing in. Rest in that pause. And release. And rest in the pause. One more round. Breathing in. Rest in that pause. And let it all go. And rest in that pause. If your eyes aren't already closed, close the eyes and just rest in the after effects of this breath. So remember that you don't have to close the eyes, only ever closing the eyes if you feel safe to do so. You're welcome just to let the vision blur or to look gently down towards the ground and in front of you at about a 45-degree angle or so, not right down at your feet. Just rest in the after effects, noticing how you feel right now. How's your breath? Noticing with a gentle curiosity and with kindness to yourself. So practice this breath again on a daily basis whenever you need to. At the end of a day, when you come home, maybe you need to practice at the beginning of the day. It's a very balancing, calming breath. So it's a really good way to bring a little bit of balance into our lives. So the final breath that we're going to be learning today is called bumblebee breath. We're going to have a little bit of fun here right now. Maybe you're going to step out of your comfort zone a little bit right now, because we know how it is in society. We're not allowed to make strange sounds and do strange things, but we're going to today. I'll give you full permission. So bumblebee breath. Bumblebee hums, so yes, this breath is going to be including humming. So I'll tell you a little bit about the humming first, because this breath is a brilliant breath to do while we have this COVID virus around. And if you have suffered from it and you're on your road to wellness after COVID, this breath really helps as well. So when we breathe in through our noses, we have this amazing mechanism there. We have our own little nitric oxide factory in our noses. And why is that relevant, important, or making me so excited? It's because nitric oxide is antibacterial, antiviral, and antiparasitic. It sterilizes the air before we breathe it into our bodies. And you're breathing that air all the way down into your lungs. And this only happens when you are breathing in through your nose. If you breathe through your mouth, not happening. There's one other time though, when you're humming, the nitric oxide production is spiked. So you get like a super booster dose of nitric oxide. And that is why we're going to be humming today. So that is for the COVID benefits of the breath. The other part of the breath is really, really good for panic, for anxiety. And if you feel that there's a panic attack coming on, or if you feel super anxious, you can do this breath. And this involves blocking off some of the senses and doing the humming. So it might not be possible for you just to stop in a crowd of people or a room full of people to do the breath. So you might have to excuse yourself to go sit somewhere a little quiet, even if you do it in the office toilets or in your car or somewhere where you have a little more privacy if you do feel self-conscious. But really, as soon as you feel that anxiety coming on, do this breath. So we start by blocking off the sense of sight. You can take the index and middle finger and gently rest them over your eyes. You don't have to touch the eyes, but you can. If you do touch the eyes, you stimulate the relaxation response in the body by pressing on a nerve in the eye, which sends the message to the brain. So you're getting an extra little boost of relaxation. The next sense that we're going to be cutting off is a little bit of the sense of hearing. And to do that, you're going to block just in front of your ear by using your thumb to gently push in front of the ear, closing off a little bit of the sense of hearing. And then we're going to hum. So let me demonstrate the hum without the hand positions. You're going to take a breath in through the nose and hum it out for as long as you can. I want you to do it with a little bit of passion, going, it's not going to help too much. It'll be better than doing nothing, but we want to feel the vibration within the body. Okay, so we're going to hum a little bit like this. Now it could sound like that, it could sound like a higher note, a lower note, it could be a little shaky, it could be, yours will be different to mine. Each of ours will be different, and you'll notice one day will differ from another day. You just go with it, give it some passion as you do it. And we're going to do 3 rounds of this right now. A round for you would be as long as you can hum for before you need to take another inhale. So let's start. Let's take our index and middle finger, cover the eyes, block in front of the ears, take a deep breath in through the nose, and hum it out. Another breath in. And another one in. Keeping your eyes closed when you're done, gently release your hands down to your lap and just sit with the after effects of this breath. Again, you can open the eyes if you feel safer doing so. Just notice how the body feels. Notice where you felt the vibration. Notice if one side felt a little more open or a little more vibration than the other. Breathing again in and out through the nose, softly, deeply. So sometimes I do recommend that one does the bumblebee breath with just the humming for COVID. And obviously when you hear where I suggest you do it, you're going to know why I'm suggesting we don't do it with the hand position. Because I suggest that you do just the humming in your car while you're driving. So obviously, please do not cover your eyes and your hearing. That you do at home at the end of your day or the beginning of your day. But if you think about it, when we get in our car and we drive somewhere, we're driving for a good couple of minutes, and if you just do that humming, you can go as loud as you like, there's no one to hear you, no one to see you, and if there is someone in the car with you, get them to do it with you. And then you're going to get in a full 10 minutes in the day, because really for the benefits, we want to get 10 minutes of this breath in for a day. So the 3 breaths that we did now was just something to let you experience it, and maybe something that you could do at the end of the day, or maybe when you're just feeling a little bit stressed and you need to come down, but you want to get 10 minutes of this breathing in every day. So next time you're driving, invite your passengers to join you for some bumblebee breath, also known as hummingbee breath. So today, just to recap, we did an awareness of breath where you were just becoming aware of how you were breathing. Beautiful. Do that at any moment in the day. You can take mindful breathing breaks as you focus on the breath and just check that you are breathing optimally, in and out through the nose, unless you're doing the last final stretches of exertion in exercise or doing a specific breath like we did in our next technique where you exhale through the mouth. Feeling the chest and the tummy expanding and softening. And then the second breath we did was our 1-2 breath, breathing in through the nose and exhaling for twice as long through the mouth. And then the third breath that we did was our square breathing, where we introduced nice long pauses at the top of the breath and the bottom of the breath. Breathing in and out through the nose, equal inhale, pause, exhale, and pause. And then the third breath, which we've just done, our bumblebee breath. So I hope that you will take these practices into your life with you. Feel free to share them with as many people as you can. The more of us that are breathing correctly together, really the healthier, calmer, and more in control of our state we will all be.